Before I even opened my eyes this morning, this is the information that came into my head. And generally, like, I'd get up in the middle of the night to write stuff like this down, stuff that wakes me up at 2 and 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I have to share that tomorrow, I have to share that tomorrow. So, you know, when your brain activates and you haven't even opened your eyes, I find that that's my most creative time of the day. So I'm going to share with you what was on my mind this morning. And what I heard in my head was this: one day at a time. And then the next thing that I heard was, sometimes one day at a time is too long. Sometimes one day at a time is too much for people. So sometimes it has to be one moment at a time and putting one foot in front of the other. Now, a very important part of one day at a time, or one moment, or 5 minute slot at a time, is concentrating on where your thoughts are actually going. So let me share this with you, one of my tools that I would use. We have 72,000 thoughts per day. And I always knew that I had to be responsible for my words. I always knew that I had to be responsible for my actions. But when I learned that I had to be responsible for my thoughts as well, I was like, holy Janie, how am I ever going to be able to control what goes on in between these two ears? It is difficult. It still is a challenge, but it is possible. Come on, sorry about that, guys. It is possible to do that. So one way that you can do that is when the thoughts come into your head and it is challenging you, or you're feeling uncomfortable and you have a wobbly feeling in your stomach, ask yourself this question: am I projecting into the future, which doesn't exist? Or am I going over the past over and over and over again, which you cannot control, okay? If you are projecting into the future and you're thinking about it negatively, that's your ego. If you are mulling over the past, that's also your ego, and you're robbing yourself of the now, okay? If you feel challenged in any moment and you bring yourself back to the now, replace the thought with a truth of something positive that has happened to you, okay? Not only replace the truth up here, but you need to replace the truth in your tummy, because we feel all our feelings down there. And when we're projecting into the future or bemoaning about the past, you're feeling that in your stomach as well. So when you're swapping this out, make sure that you do it in your tummy. It is extremely important that we learn how to do that as adults, and also to impart that knowledge with our children. Take it easy. Catch us later. Slán.